Oh, now we have some real fun. Yeah, boat moving time. Well, being that the wife and the daughter is gone, and I can use that van to move the Beesmeyer, and I can use this van to move the race boat because it's got the 10,000 pound tow package on it. I think it's time to move some boats around. As I said before, this ends up being a chore all by itself. And what I need to do is I need to basically get over here with the white truck, pick up the Beesmeyer, slide it out someplace, park it up the street maybe, then pull the race boat out. And I have a very short road over here, and I don't like driving in my neighbor's yard. That's kind of something we frown upon around here because the ground's all soft and you end up leaving tire tracks. But then I need to get it over here, and it has a problem that I'm kind of really concerned about and why I need to get it over here. And then I can put the Beesmeyer back over here, put the van back, and then I'm done. Came over here mowing the lawn the other day, and I noticed this tire is, the tread's actually separating from the bead. I mean, it's just insane. They're not that old. They got even less miles on them, for God's sakes, and I never let them sit on the ground. They always sit on either these concrete pads, which is usually temporary. They usually sit in the driveway. So I'm in the market for new tires. Can't really take the race boat anywhere anyway, so what a year this is turning into. We were out on the mini fiberglass Freedom machine. Wasn't really doing much, but this bracket here, which is between the deck and the actual dashboard, it's 7.5 feet wide. People stand on the metal and such, and it tended to put a kind of a crack in it. A lot of stress in that area. So somebody's ingenious idea before I got the boat was basically to take this 1970s chair leg here and do some special bending and make it actually look like a real nice bracket. Problem is the foot broke off on the way home tonight. So I'm out with my little longevity. I know you all think this is elementary school stuff, but this is all I really need to do is elementary friggin' welding here. And at least I don't have to take it someplace and pay somebody to do it. And if I screw it up, you know, hey, at least I tried. Alright, it's ugly, but it's done. Being this is probably a piece from a kitchen chair, it's hollow, and I was chasing holes all the way up this damn thing. I think from here down, honestly, it's nothing but solid weld now. And I'd burn a hole, burn a hole, burn a hole, fix it, fix it, fix it. I even got a little patch in here of some stainless steel I had. It's going to be good enough for now until I find another kitchen chair to go rob a piece off of. But sadly, I'm going to throw a little paint on this just to make sure it doesn't rust up. As I said, this is probably going to be temporary now. I went ahead and got my leg reinstalled. I am going to have to think about getting a new one for that. And I was just looking over my GPS numbers because we're just getting back from a trip here. And I know it's a little hard to tell, but that's 50.5 miles just putting around the last 2 days. My average is horrible. I had the wife with me most of the time, in which case we were just putting around in the rivers. And a 12.1 average, that's pretty damn slow. Sorry, mini fiberglass Freedom machine, we'll have to correct that next time. Broken pipe in this house?
A broken pipe?
Yeah, how come every time I use the water, there's like no water pressure?
Oh, I have the washing machine on.
One issue I've had in the past is things either getting sucked into, walking into, or flying into my vents. And one way I've solved that is I went to my local hardware store in the roofing section and picked up this stuff. And what I did is, if I get it out here, is I went and I took a carving knife, you know, the kind you use on a turkey. That's what they use for foam. It makes it real easy to cut foam, and you just, you know, cut yourself a nice little profile. It's already kind of at a 45 to begin with, and then stuck it in there. It prevents water from going any further than basically maybe a little bit, quarter inch or so. It doesn't get sucked in there. No bugs can get past it. I mean, it doesn't change color. Maybe an option. Mine was always covered with a full cover. Somehow bugs always ended up walking in there, and I'd end up looking under in here and finding all kinds of stuff. One thing I did notice while out on the mini fiberglass Freedom machine today is my dock lines are all starting to kind of fray at the ends. Gives me a chance to bring out my new little friend once again. This thing's really starting to pay for itself now. I'm going to go ahead and trim these up real quick. All done. Really like these lines too. Nice and soft, they stretch. They're only about, I don't know, 3/4, but easy to handle so you don't get like quarter-inch rash. And always stay soft no matter what. Let's make this thing pay for itself once again. Getting it on for the first time is always a little awkward. Don't have such a dirty mind. So we got my new top on. Lucky enough I bought the exact same top I had the last time because I'm very pleased with these Prime Shield tops. I think it's what, 80 bucks I think it is at Amazon. These things last out here for me for like 18 months to 2 years, and that's saying something for a top out here with all the sand that gets blown around and it gets in these fibers and just chews them up. I only have one qualm about them. They don't come with a loop right here. And it allows it to sag in the middle. So, yes, good boys know how to sew. And I'm going to get out my needle thread here and go ahead and attach this piece back on so I can actually tie it off this way. Alright, we've gone ahead and got our loop installed. That way we can tie it around the drive and pull that center section in. And with one last thing we do is we like to come over to our old top here. And we use the BZ as a shelf and take this cord out. I mean, this cord is just as good as the day it was installed, and you can use it for about anything. We just restrung all our crab traps, used like 2 rolls of it, and that's like 2 tops worth. So time to pull this stuff out. There we go. Another 40 feet, I guess. I mean, the top's for a 19 footer, so I mean, down both sides, across the back, yeah, at least 30-40 feet. Always comes in handy. My motto is getting every penny's worth, and this is one way of doing it. Let's do it this way. This is not working out right. Sorry, this is basically a... I don't think it really matters. Of course, it's hollow, you know, it's made from a kitchen chair. The seat kind of... Okay, so now the real fun begins. Am I filming right into the sun? Of course I am. Okay, this will be a Race Boatism since the battery is... still got enough. One issue I've had in the...